Hey guys, so you guys don't know this, but ever since I got back from AmeriCorps VISTA, which you can look at my journey on these videos, um, I wanted to do another AmeriCorps program. So for those of you who don't know what VISTA is, or who have stumbled across this video because you're looking into VISTA, let me break it down for you real quick. VISTA stands for Volunteers in Service to America. It's a program that started in the 60s, and the mission then was to help lift people out of poverty, and today that mission really hasn't changed. It has become part of the AmeriCorps brand, and it's servicing locations all across the country. In contrast to NCCC, which is what I did between 2017 and the middle of last year, instead of being on a set team and sticking with that team, traveling around, you're assigned on your own in one location throughout the whole year. So I've been here in Denton, Texas for a little over a month now. I moved all the way from Atlanta to Denton, which is a city just northeast of Dallas. So that was quite the move. Spent 2 days getting here, stopped in Mississippi. It's a pretty cool town. It's home to two different universities, Texas Women's University and University of North Texas. So there's definitely a college town feel, which I really like. It reminds me a lot of Athens, Georgia, which is home to the University of Georgia. I have a lot of family there, and I just really like that area. So it is nice to have that college town feel. What I'm doing for this next year as a VISTA is I'm working as the communications specialist for the health services of North Texas. HSNT is a healthcare organization servicing people who need affordable healthcare and might not be able to get it elsewhere. We have several different locations. We have two offices here in Denton, which are just across the street from the office where I mainly work at. We have one in the Denton South Center, which has programs like our women's health and family planning. We have a center in Collin County, which focuses on HIV treatment, and then a children's clinic in Plano, and a children's clinic in Wiley. It's been really cool to see just the sprawl of the network of the organization that I'm in, and just the wide variety of people that we serve and the wide variety of services that we have. Like, it isn't just one doctor's office with only a few people there. It really is like a solid network, and it's growing. And that's why I'm here, to help it grow. So what I'll be doing at HSNT is 5 things. My VAD is pretty packed. VAD, in case you don't know, stands for VISTA Assignment Description, I believe. And it just details what the goals are for you for the whole service year. So I'll be working on story banking, which is just interviewing patients and staff, and just getting those stories out into the community to hopefully bring in more patients, so that they might see another patient's story and go, oh, hey, I'm in that same situation, maybe they can help me out. And then potentially bring in more donors when they see that we've helped these people so much that, oh, they're doing really good work, I want to give to them. I'll be making patient communication materials, so that means just stuff that keeps our current patients informed about the services that we have, make sure they stay in care so that they don't just go back home after their doctor's appointment and they don't return until things start getting really bad. Currently, for that, I'm working on a looping video that will be played in the waiting room TVs at the Denton location, and that's been a lot of fun to work at. I'll be participating in community outreach events just to get the word out about our organization. And the last 2 are creating a nonprofit network for the nonprofits here in Denton so that everyone is in the know on what services are offered here. And then creating 1 or 2 fundraising events. So that's my assignment. It definitely seems like a lot, but since I have a whole year to complete it, what I've found that works best is that I prioritize stuff. stuff that is immediately achievable and things that like need to get done now rather than later. So like right now, for example, mainly I'm focusing on the story banking and the waiting room video. But then as the year progresses, I'll be able to expand more and more into my VAT assignments and really sink my teeth into this. So it definitely is a change of pace. I'm working in an office. It's like a standard like 9 to 5 job at least. Technically, you are a VISTA 24/7. I just say 9 to 5 because that's when I'm in the office usually. But of course, if the organization needs my help on weekends or on a special holiday, like if they really need help, I got to be there for them. And so far, the people that I've worked with at HSNT are really driven, really passionate about the mission that they have. And that's something that I've really liked. I didn't know what to expect going into the organization at first, but everyone has been super supportive, super excited to have me on the team. And like if I ever need anything, they're like, just come to my office, ask me some questions, we're here for you. And so that's been really cool. I've already told you where I'm living, but specifically where I'm living in this 1-bedroom apartment just outside of the UNT campus. Most of my neighbors are college students. And I'm living alone, which is a first. When I was in NCCC, we were always sharing the room with at least one other person. And then after NCCC, when I was living at my parents' house, like obviously I had my own room, but I wasn't living alone. So this is definitely a change of pace. I'm responsible for making sure the whole place is clean, all the trash is taken out, all the dishes are clean. Like I'm used to doing stuff like that. So it's not like I'm overwhelmed by all these new chores I have to do. It feels good to stretch my legs like this, living on my own in a place that's several states away from my family. It's not that I wanted to get away from them, but it's cool being more independent. I have not been completely alone, though. My girlfriend, Hannah, who I met while I was in NCCC, she actually lives here in Dallas. And that is part of the reason why I chose this VISTA as opposed to others. What I want to do as a career, hopefully in the future, is to work in environmental conservation in that area of the nonprofit sector and do advocacy and communications work in that. So I figured that VISTA would be a good way to get that experience. So I was looking around for VISTA positions and I found this one here in Denton. It was exactly what I was looking for. It's a communications position. I'm doing storytelling. I'm making like videos and stuff, which I really like doing. And it was just 40 minutes away from where Hannah lives. So it really worked out. Her family's been super helpful and supportive, and just like really welcoming. So it's definitely been way better than if I had come to a state where I knew literally nobody. I don't have a car, so that's definitely another change. I've usually always had access to a form of transportation, whether that was my car or my parents' car. But here I take the bus to and from work and for any errands that I have to run. So it's definitely a different feel. If I need to run to the store, I can't just hop in my car. Like I have to like either wait for the bus that day or just kind of work it into my my commute back home after the end of the work day. Like getting off that bus, going into the grocery store, then coming back to the bus stop, hopefully in time for the soonest bus. So it's definitely a challenge. Luckily, I have a bus stop just around the corner from my apartment, and then the bus stop that drops me off is right in front of my office. For grocery shopping, for example, I have to make sure that I don't buy too much stuff that I can't take on the bus. I have to carry all those bags from the store to the bus stop, which is usually like a good walk. And you never notice how heavy groceries can be until you have to carry them on that way instead of just to the trunk of your car. So I guess that's a good segue into SNAP and how I eat. As a VISTA, you don't get paid very much, and that's kind of the whole point. You're lifting people out of poverty, and while doing that, you're living in a situation similar to the people you're helping, so you have a better understanding of what they're going through. So I make $439 every 2 weeks, which comes out to close to like $890 every month, which is definitely not a lot. As far as bills go, I have just rent, electricity, and renter's insurance are the ones that I have to pay. And the bus pass. I get a bus pass every month. This apartment, super good deal. That was found by my wonderful Vista leader, April. She lived in an apartment that was managed by the same people that manage mine, so they already knew about Vista and were familiar with that. So when I called them up and go, hey, I'm a kid living in Georgia, I'm about to move to Texas for a job called Vista, have you heard of that? So they already knew that, so it was relatively painless. Yeah, like rent's like $645, then I pay electric, because all the other bills aside electric are included in rent, and then renter's insurance, and then the bus pass. So I definitely don't have a whole lot of money left over at the end of the month, but it's not that I'm living literally paycheck to paycheck, like $0 in my bank account. It's not that bad, but I definitely don't have a whole lot to go around, which is good that I have Snap. This is my Texas Lone Star card. It has all my food money on it that I get every month. As a Vista, I'm eligible for the full amount that a single individual can get, which is $192. I'm sure that varies from state to state, but with this, it's definitely doable. I'm eating well. You definitely need to learn how to cook if you don't already. If you just buy like frozen meals all the time, it's like your money's not gonna last, and you're gonna like be eating very unhealthy. As far as the financial side goes, it's definitely a challenge, but as long as you budget carefully and you stick to that budget, it's definitely doable. That's sort of been like a whole running theme that I found throughout this first month, is that all my problems are definitely challenges, but they are surmountable. You just have to really put your nose to the grindstone, stick to a budget, because this is a reality that thousands of Americans live in every day. It is eye-opening, and it's very humbling too. So yeah, I've been talking for far too long for this this vlog. This is going to be a continuing series, like I said, throughout the whole year. If you are looking into AmeriCorps, or specifically VISTA, I'm super glad you're doing that. Please find a program that you're interested in, because AmeriCorps is such a cool program that not a whole lot of people know about. You get a whole lot of experience, you meet a whole lot of great people, and you help make your country better. You can look at the other videos on my channel for videos on NCCC, and you can look in the future for more vlogs about VISTA. So yeah, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to keep up with my vlog, and I will see you guys next time.